At least 19 people have been killed and dozens more wounded in a shooting.
Welcome back to The Shadows of YouTube, the series where we uncover the dark and chilling stories behind some of the platform's most infamous and tragic figures. Today, we explore the story of Vladislav Roslyakov, a young man whose descent into darkness culminated in one of the most devastating school shootings in Russian history. His story is a grim reminder of how isolation, warning signs, and unchecked anger can lead to unimaginable tragedy. Born on May 2, 2000 in Kerch, Crimea, Vladislav Roslyakov came into a world of stark contrasts. Kerch, a city with a rich historical tapestry dating back to ancient Greece, had struggled to adapt to modern realities. After the annexation of Crimea by Russia in 2014, the region faced political and economic tensions, creating a backdrop of uncertainty for its residents. Vladislav's childhood reflected many of these struggles. His parents divorced when he was just 10 years old. After the separation, he lived with his mother, Galina Roslyakova, who worked as a nurse at a local cancer clinic. His father was largely absent from his life. Galina was known to be deeply religious, following the Jehovah's Witnesses faith, a group often criticized and marginalized in Russia. She reportedly enforced strict religious rules at home, further isolating Vladislav from his peers. Neighbors described him as a quiet, well-mannered boy, but one who kept to himself. Teachers noted his intelligence, but often expressed concern about his growing detachment and lack of participation in school activities. As the years passed, Vladislav's social circle narrowed, and he became increasingly introverted. Vladislav's teenage years marked a sharp turn toward isolation. By the time he was enrolled at Kerch Polytechnic College in 2015, he had few close friends and rarely interacted with his classmates. Those who knew him described him as aloof and distant, often absorbed in his own world. It was during this time that Vladislav developed an intense fascination with violence and weaponry. Classmates recalled his frequent conversations about mass shootings, particularly the 1999 Columbine high school massacre in the United States. He idolized the perpetrators, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, and studied their actions extensively. This obsession became a central part of his identity. He reportedly spent hours researching weapons and explosives online, often watching videos and reading forums dedicated to these topics. At the same time, his academic performance declined, and his sense of alienation deepened. In 2014, Vladislav briefly attempted to connect with the online world. He created a YouTube channel, Big Slims, and posted a single gameplay video of Minecraft Skywars mode. While the video seemed innocent, it remains the only trace of his online activity from that time. His later online behavior became far more concerning. Investigators discovered that Vladislav frequented dark web forums and social media groups that glorified violence. He reportedly shared his frustrations with life, his disdain for humanity, and his fascination with destructive acts. Despite these red flags, Vladislav's behavior largely went unnoticed by authorities, educators, and even his peers. His quiet demeanor masked the storm brewing beneath the surface. In September 2018, just a month before the attack, Vladislav legally acquired a shotgun and 150 rounds of ammunition. He underwent mandatory background checks and training to obtain the weapon, but nothing in his profile raised alarms. On October 17, 2018, Vladislav carried out his meticulously planned attack on Kerch Polytechnic College. Armed with his shotgun and homemade explosives, he entered the campus at approximately 10 a.m. Surveillance footage later revealed the calculated nature of his movements as he roamed the halls, targeting students and teachers. The attack lasted 15 minutes but left an indelible mark on the college and the city of Kerch. Vladislav detonated a bomb in the school cafeteria, adding to the chaos and destruction. In total, 20 people lost their lives, and 67 others were injured. Many of the victims were young students with their entire lives ahead of them. After the rampage, Vladislav retreated to the school library, where he ended his own life with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He left no note, and his motivations could only be pieced together through his online activity and conversations with classmates. The Kerch tragedy sent shockwaves throughout Russia and the global community. Families of the victims were left to grapple with profound grief, while survivors faced physical and emotional scars that would last a lifetime. In the days following the attack, investigators delved into Vladislav's life, uncovering his fascination with Columbine and his growing sense of alienation. The event also reignited debates about gun control, mental health, and the influence of violent media on young minds. Russian authorities initially classified the incident as a terrorist attack, but later redefined it as a school shooting. The reclassification reflected the increasing recognition of mass shootings as a distinct and troubling phenomenon in modern society. While Vladislav's story often takes center stage, it is the victims who must not be forgotten. Each life lost represented a unique story, a set of dreams and aspirations cruelly cut short. The Kerch Polytechnic College community came together in mourning, holding vigils and memorial services to honor those who perished, with flowers, candles, and photographs of the victims lining the steps of the college. The youngest victim, 15-year-old Svetlana Dubinina, had dreams of becoming a programmer and was known for her kindness and curiosity. Another victim, 17-year-old Artem Khrushchev, had recently won a regional math competition and hoped to study engineering. Many others were just beginning their academic journeys, hoping to build futures for themselves and for their families. Families and friends of the victims shared heart-wrenching stories of their loved ones, each a testament to the potential and vitality that was so tragically stolen. Tragedy deeply affected not only the college community, but the entire city of Kerch. Residents gathered at the central square for a candlelight vigil, offering support to grieving families and uniting in solidarity during one of the darkest moments in the city's history. The victims' stories serve as a poignant reminder of the real human cost of violence and the importance of fostering a society where such tragedies are prevented. As their names are etched into memorials, the community vows to remember their lives and to keep their memories alive. This has been another episode of The Shadows of YouTube, where we delve into the stories that remind us of the darkest corners of human experience. Vladislav Roslyakov story is one of lost potential, missed warning signs, and profound tragedy. A reminder that vigilance and compassion are our strongest defenses against such horrors. If you or someone you know is struggling, remember that help is always available. Don't hesitate to reach out. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to The Shadows of YouTube for more in-depth stories. Stay safe and take care of each other.